My dad brought back a hurt white goose from hunting. It was huge like a small mountain. He chained it up in the yard. Then he called over some guys from the village. Said they'd butcher it tomorrow, sell the meat and buy booze. Everyone was hyped about it, but I was just confused. All the game had disappeared from the mountains 3 years ago. Couldn't even trap a rabbit anymore. So where did a goose this big come from? Next morning, the yard was in complete chaos. The giant goose was gone. The chain was still there, lock untouched. But passed out behind the half wall was a woman. No shoes on and a cut on her arm. Right where that white goose was hurt last night. She looked like she stepped right out of a painting. Every guy in the village was totally mesmerized by her. Doc Lou smacked his lips and called her the Goose Woman. Said marrying her brings wealth and a long life. Said this Goose Woman was pure treasure. Way more rare than that giant goose ever was. The Goose Woman showing up. That's a bad omen. Crippled Wong said it, but nobody bought it. I'm not married yet. So the girl should be mine. She showed up in my yard, so she's mine. All of you get out. Everyone was arguing. All of them wanting the Goose Woman for themselves. Finally the village chief stepped up. This girl's background is a mystery. Taking her in might not be a good thing. Let's wake her up first. Hearing that, everyone shut up. So they put her temporarily in our side room. After the villagers left, my dad just hung around that room not leaving. I told him, hey dad, you gotta go herb gathering today. Mom's getting worse. She's a dying hag, she'd be better off dead. I squatted in the yard crying, thinking about where I could get my mom some medicine. Then someone walked in. It was the chief coming back. Where's your dad? The chief stared at me weirdly, just like every other guy in town. Whenever he came by, it was never for anything good. I didn't say a word, just pointed to the side room. The chief looked at the closed door, and instantly got it. A smug smirk crossed his face. Then he walked up and started banging on the door. My dad, thinking it was me, came out swinging, ready to hit me. He opened the door and saw it was the chief, so he had to swallow his anger. I saw the chief whisper something to my dad. Then the chief slipped some cash into my dad's hand, and my dad took off, probably going to drink it up. The second my dad left, the chief hurried into the side room all eager. 2 minutes later, the chief fixed his clothes and walked out looking pleased. Before leaving he told me, don't you dare tell anyone I was here. I went into the side room to check. The woman was still out cold on the bed, but her wound was completely gone. But that cut was bleeding just a bit ago. My dad didn't get home until dark. He came straight in and headed for the side room. I tried to stop him. You're drunk, you need to rest. Finally got a Goose Woman here. Don't mess this up for me. Dad, if you mess with the Goose Woman you'll pay for it. None of your business. Get lost. I didn't try to stop him again. I was scared of getting hit. My dad went into the room and walked straight to the woman on the bed. You stay right here. Ain't going anywhere. He never came out that night. When I got up the next day, the Goose Woman was awake, skin all bright and healthy looking, like she had been totally refreshed. The moment I stepped in, she gave me this weird smile. It seriously creeped me out. I brought her some food and set it down. She only ate the greens from the bowl. Then she pulled out this giant egg from somewhere and put it in front of me. It was as big as my head. I was a little freaked out, but I still took it. I could tell it was a goose egg. This egg gave off a super strange smell. Just smelling it made you feel wide awake. The Goose Woman smiled at me again. Her mouth was full of tiny sharp teeth. I got so scared I ran out of there. Word got out, the Goose Woman woke up. The whole village showed up at our place. Her beauty caused a huge stir among them. Every guy's eyes had this crazy look. Then a few of them spotted the egg in my hand and their eyes lit up. I held on to that egg tight, almost falling over. Get that nasty thing away. The Goose Woman showing up was already a bad sign. Her laying an egg means real disaster. Hearing him say that, everyone told me to get rid of it. I left with the goose egg and hid it away secretly. My dad went to see the Goose Woman every day. He looked more energetic than ever, bragging to everyone, don't listen to that crippled Wong. I'm there every night like this, and look at me, nothing happened. This is a blessing sent from heaven. He even made fun of the other guys for being scared. During this time, only the chief sneaked over a few times. I saw him hanging around our door hesitating. Then he finally went into the side room, and again 2 minutes later left fixing his pants looking satisfied. My dad didn't stop them. They must have had a deal. After a few days, the other men in the village got brave. They'd been scheming for a while. Erden Zhang was the first to show up. He handed my dad a bottle of liquor. My dad took the bottle, but he didn't say yes yet. Seeing that, Erden shoved some cash into my dad's pocket. My dad saw the money and changed his tune, pretending to hesitate but letting Erden in. After Erden got back, he started bragging too. Man, that was unforgettable. From then on, men from the village showed up at our door every day. My dad quit hunting altogether. Just sat at the door drinking and collecting cash. Pay up, then you can go into the side room. When the village men got together, they only talked about one thing. A woman like this used to be only for the emperor. Never thought we'd get a taste. No secrets in a small village. Soon everyone knew. Crippled Wong muttered bitterly. You dare touch the Goose Woman? Just you wait and see. Crippled Wong was right. The Goose Woman laid an egg. Disaster coming. My dad looked energetic on the surface, but it felt like a final burst. I secretly saw him have several nosebleeds, but he didn't even notice. But the first to get hit wasn't my dad. It was the chief when he was collecting honey up a tree. He fell from the tree by accident and died instantly. People said he was holding the rope. Then his arm suddenly seemed to give out. He lost his grip and just fell. The wound on the chief's arm was exactly like the Goose Woman's original injury. The village women said the Goose Woman was getting revenge, but the men said the chief was respected. He never even went into her room. If she was getting revenge, revenge. Why would it be him? Everyone thought my dad was the first in her room, but actually it was the chief. And after the chief first went into her room, her arm wound disappeared. It had moved to the chief. My dad was always drunk. He never even noticed. Every time a man visited the goose woman, the next morning she would lay another goose egg. My dad thought they were bad luck, so he always made me get rid of them. Later every morning I'd move them away before anyone was up. Nobody mentioned it anymore. Nobody even remembered those eggs, but they kept piling up. Slowly I started to notice a pattern. The first giant egg the goose woman laid with my dad had a certain gleam, and a faint special smell, but every egg after that started to turn reddish, getting redder each time, and also smaller. Plus they began to stink. It was the same with the other men, just that for different guys. The eggs changed at different speeds. Some men came many times, and the eggs stayed big, but other men only came 2 or 3 times, and the eggs shrank to normal chicken egg size, shell bright red, and smelling awful. I took all those red stinky eggs, and put them in the old cow shed, but the big white eggs with the nice smell, I hid in the cellar. I counted the big white eggs, and did the math in my head about the men in the village. I realized only 2 men didn't get a white egg from her. One was the chief, who was already dead. After the chief was the first. The goose woman didn't lay an egg then, but his wound got healed and there was one more.